Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Poppy discovers Luna origami clue. Sounds the alarm to Finn. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B. Spoilers reveal that Poppy Nozowa, Romy Park, has been worried about the threat Luna Nozowa, Lisa Yamada, poses. Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, convinced Poppy that Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Missinswood, was in danger, so Poppy may want to check in with John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, again soon. Poppy stopped by Finn's office before, but she could just as easily visit the Cliff House this time around. Perhaps Poppy will show up and ask Finn if there have been any other Luna-related incidents she should know about. That's when Poppy might spot Hayes Finnegan's, Brian David Garlic, Origami crane nearby. Hayes could leave the crane somewhere in the house and pave the way for Poppy to notice it. There's always been a lot of talk about Poppy working at arts and crafts festivals when Luna was growing up. Luna is pretty skilled at origami and presumably learned it from her mother. Origami may have been a major talent and hobby for Luna when she was younger. That's why it could set off some alarm bells if Poppy sees that origami crane in Finn and Steffi's home. Poppy could pick that crane up and nervously ask about it. Finn might explain how it's all Hayes can talk about ever since some nice lady gave it to him. Poppy could be the one to figure out that Luna has been interacting with Hayes and giving him presents. Maybe Poppy will alert Finn to the dangerous situation after connecting this origami to Luna. Poppy might even remember that origami cranes were Luna's favorite thing to make or something along those lines. Whatever the case, Poppy stands the best chance of putting the puzzle pieces together here. Unfortunately, Poppy's potential discovery and realization could come too late. Sunshine might already be guest teaching and making her next move with Hayes by then. Hayes could end up kidnapped. And the same goes for Steffi if Hayes is used to trap her in the coming B&B episodes. Regardless, it'd be fun to see Poppy play a role in the Luna drama ahead. So stay tuned for updates on any stunning news she might deliver. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Luna will do some unhinged things as this storyline heats up. Poppy Langton's life has been a whirlwind of surprises ever since she wandered into Luna Nozowa's art studio last Thursday evening. Late afternoon sunlight filtered through the tall windows, glinting off the polished hardwood floors, dust motes drifting like tiny ballerinas. Luna, whose name means moon, was perched at an easel, deep in concentration, her brush performing silent arabesques across canvas. Delight flared in Poppy's chest. A chance to reconnect with Luna, with Corey's daughter, perhaps even to heal some old wounds. "Luna," Poppy called softly, stepping toward a small side table cluttered with paints and water jars. She unconsciously ran her fingers over the edge of a folded paper crane perched there. Unpainted, its stark white crisp against the studio's riot of color. She reached for it. Luna stiffened, palette in hand, a frown darkening her features. "Oh." Luna half smiled, but the crease between her brows didn't ease. "That's nothing." Poppy's fingers hovered. "Origami?" She tilted her head. "Pretty." Luna nodded, disengaging from the moment. "Yeah, just practicing." "But why in a corner, folded so carefully?" Poppy glanced at other cranes, some pastel pink, others emerald, lined up like tiny sculptures. Then she noticed something. A single crane bearing a symbol. An elegant swirl with 3 dots at the center. It wasn't Luna's usual style. "Hey," Poppy said, picking it up gently. "What's this one?" she whispered. The symbol pulsed against her delicate sandal skin. Luna froze. Her brush trembled as she set it aside. "Nothing worth worrying about." Poppy's heart thudded. She held the crane up to the fading light. The swirl looked like a code, a sign. And yet her instinct pulled her in deeper. "It feels like a message." Luna's eyes dropped. "Maybe it is." A silent moment passed. The air between them crackled with tension. Poppy's pulse raced. "Tell me." Luna swallowed, her throat tight. Then she closed her eyes and took a breath, deep, steadying, full of longing. Okay. In Finn's office at Forrester Creations, the clock ticked past 7 p.m. Finn was finishing merger projections when his phone vibrated. The caller ID flashed, Poppy. He hesitated, then answered, suppressing surprise. Poppy. Hi, everything okay? Finn, you need to get to Luna's studio. Now, her voice was quiet but loaded with gravity. Concern tightened his chest. What's wrong? There's something I can't explain. Just hurry. Back in Luna's studio. The sky outside burned pink as dusk set in. Poppy unfolded the crane completely. It snapped open along its creases, revealing printed text within the folds. Soon. Stop. Trust no one. Luna. Her breath caught. She felt as if the walls themselves were whispering secrets. Every corner of the room seemed suddenly ominous. She heard the soft click of the lock. Finn stepped inside, eyes scanning, lips parted as if he might speak or gasp. She held the paper crane before him. Look. Finn frowned, taking it. His eyes traced the 4 words. This was inside Luna's origami? He asked, glancing at Luna, who had moved to lean against the wall, arms folded. She met his gaze but didn't blink. Yes. Finn's face paled. He handed back the crane. Do you think it's a threat? Poppy swallowed. It feels like one. Later that evening, at Luna's loft, an open-air penthouse atop one of Los Angeles' sleek downtown buildings, the 3 of them gathered. Finn's brows were drawn together. Poppy's shoulders were tense. Luna, ghost white, stared at her hands. Okay, Finn began, looking between them. Let's be clear. Someone planted this, or Luna made it and sealed it, but wrote a cryptic warning. We don't know who. Luna shook her head. I didn't write it. Her voice wavered. I don't even know how it got there. Poppy sat close to her, placing a comforting hand on Luna's knee. So someone is using you. Finn paced the room, rubber-soled shoes whispering on the polished concrete. We need to figure out motive. Until we do, Luna's in danger. Luna's gaze flicked to Finn. It might be connected to the Forrester rivalry. Corey told me stories. People used to send coded messages. Poppy's chest tightened. Rivalry? She looked at Finn. What are you thinking? Finn slowed. Well, if somebody in Forrester, or a competitor, thinks Luna knows something, that would explain the warning. Luna bit her lip. Corey said, years ago R was used as leverage. Paintings, codes hidden in sketches. It got ugly. Poppy's heart sank. A hidden world of corporate intrigue, now tangled in Luna's gentle artistry. Finn held up the crane. We need to get this analyzed. Even scanned. Test for fingerprints, DNA threads. Luna shook her head firmly. No, this is art first. It was intended for me. I want to keep it. Poppy gave Luna a long, tender look. But if it's dangerous? Luna closed her eyes. I'm scared. But I made this room my sanctuary. I won't treat it as a crime scene.